Hello, my name is Amy. Today I'm going to lead you through a spiritual practice or spiritual exercise that creates a way to release anxiety and invite God into the midst of it. It's called Palms Down, Palms Up. This is a practice that I've been using for several years, and I will use it when I'm distracted, going into a worship service, going into a meeting, someplace I feel like I need to be present. I will quickly do this occasionally to help center my thoughts, help get rid of distractions. But also, I think in a time of this where there is a lot of anxiety around us, in our families, in our homes, in our worlds, in our town, that it could be a good way to actually release anxiety. You don't need to be going into anything if you just feel it building up. This is a tangible way to release it. Remember who's in control, that God is in control, and invite Him into the midst of what you're feeling in the midst of the chaos. So I'm going to lead you through it. It's going to be 2 minutes of silence. And by silence, I mean silence in you. You're not going to be talking. I might just use a few guiding words to help guide you. I use an app on my phone called Insight Timer. If you're interested in this, I recommend that you will find it and download it. It's a free app, at least in the Apple Store. And it has several, there's a number of meditations that you can listen to. Some are faith-based, some are just general meditations. Some you pay for, some are free. I've only used a few free ones. But what I really use on it is there's a timer. You can set the timer for a certain amount of time. You can set it to ring a bell in the middle or partway through. You can set an ambient sound in the background. So, for example, I have the timer set for 2 minutes. You'll hear a bell at 1 minute, and there's ocean waves in the background. But I'll guide you through it. So how it works is at first you start with palms down. And so in this, they can be hovering over your legs. They can be resting on your legs if that's more comfortable for you. But as we go into it, you will picture and think about anxiety, frustrations, worries, concerns that are weighing heavy on you. You can fist your hands at first if that's helpful, and then release and picture those leaving your hands, or you can just start with your palms open and just picture these anxieties and things being dropped from your hands, kind of coming through your body with your breath and leaving your hands. And then when the bell rings and or when you're ready, you might be ready sooner, you might be ready later, turn your palms up. Again, just hovering over your legs or up in that air, however you prefer. But turn your palms up and invite God into that space that you just opened, that you just released. You release the anxiety, the worries, invite God into that. You might know what you need from Him, invite Him to be that. You might not know what you need. You might just know that you need God. You need something other than what you've been thinking. And so invite God to fill that space with who He is and how He is, for He knows us each intimately and will meet us where we are. So we'll go ahead. I'm going to hit play on my thing. I'm actually going to participate with you, so you'll see me with my eyes closed. You might hear me vocalizing a few reminders or a few thoughts as we go. Again, I'm using the Insight Timer app for 2 minutes. Take a few deep breaths as we begin. Be mindful of your breath throughout. Ready? Release anxieties, release worries. Picture them coming out of your hands as a release. Remember to take deep breaths. Release to God what has been weighing you down. And turn your palms over and invite God into that space. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Promises to never leave us or forsake us. He gave us the very breath we breathe. Amen. I hope that's a helpful practice for you. The ocean is still going. You can make it as short or as long as needed, but use it to help release what is pent up inside. Adapt it for children, adapt it for families. It can be done in community, it can be done quietly on your own. But it is above all a practice in a space to make space for God and to be present with Him. Thank you.